Mahama onim sa baya no ne certificate. Nti for all for obi adwuma ma won hwehwe ne certificate.
Yeah, sure, pa.
No one say obaya because we bie na ha mama no.
Something where something promise na need the hotu. Oh, say yeah, so simple. Stick it to a hole. And go for the brain and an NDC me say. Me teacher ni bi no try I dey me most school ni.
Today my name is Dr. Ya. My name is Dr. Ya. My name is Dr. Ya. Everybody should call me Dr. Ya. Yeah. I'm Dr. Ya.
Something where something promise na need the hotu. Oh, say yeah, so simple. Stick it to a hole. And go for the brain and an NDC me say. Me teacher ni bi no try I dey me most school ni. Master, me heavy bia. Oye, na ni kunu NDC chairman. Ewo kunu na me ti so. Na te maami no secretary. Wa bon. Me say, maami no. Enya throw na video. Yes say NDC time mu. Na connection ni fa ni di wura. E di ni wura de kiri ni. Na ni kunu ba ye education director. Ewo so. Na me say maami na bon. Enti ni si mu ni de on. Enkofo bebre hyehyɛ mu a ɔmo kuta friend say adwuma position kakra but ɔmo nyinaa ni ɔmo nya accredited aso so ɔmo fa kana titi kwa so a na yɛde ɔmo awuram we wo de just imagine to work out hwɛ nipa dodo a wobekum ɔmo ekroma say me nurse na ekroma say ya ewe say even doctor akyerɛ wade na wani method a wakyerɛ wo no so no na kɔma okomo obi kura aduru a yɛde yɛsɛ fama no bi a tam say na ba ma tam na bo aba all the command tam ni so de man na bibi kɔto nipa na bro me ka nyame a ɔhata hɔ wobɛdam ama wa wobɛnu ho just wobɛdam simple kra a yɛnhu ahumɔburo bi amfa ma wo enti saa game we say ɛka by now me no ka say ɛka saa me kra no wɔsɛ nka you are prosecuting the dada or exactly. Sentence.
Yes.
Oh, because any papa did ye who anything a chroma brofo fa pom di ni agro. As na make we the US. Oh yes. Field the American. But catch them some boa. Me say am odro next ni back about 2 years ago. Woman na ni pa. Na Obama again a time I saw as a command drew. And yes also koto ice cream. Into no no na ye draw say or the man nipa ne da. And now koto ice cream no kodi traffic into a delay no. Be say 30 to 1 hour. And so no dey draw into oba na nipa no. Na ya tina e complain crowd dada. Was sending email. And na ya gina juma. Nyame nkom sa de ni 2 years.
Whoa.
So I say na keke na enipa ne pe do na no mada nya se bi obewu e na keke na obe no no ada keke no one farmer no on time no ye enka mani ase olusu na dwuma aha so yes na certificate abon oh na we dey or not ho hwe na dodo de aye adwuma be si samiri wa we dey just calculate say was it with the
pain medication
well let's say we obi abanane pen when any pedo no command chloroquine and no one no more. So na de be bakro. Oh, so mo obi nu madru. Na say adro no make enye function e was say wo nu madru na ho no enye no na ho a unim say e was side effect. E say was side effect. Because me yam ya. Na makono me yafuna dura yafun ya de dura. E say be ma me problem.
Of course, imagine say medication be a IM intramuscular no, would you combine directly into IV? You can cause a lot of things, stroke and all those damage.
I say, way by now, case what them the dada. Now me you okay na no we sere kakra. Kadachi and to kaka crab no follow wake up say. Again, why again I traumatized. When you
Yo,
have to see, I don't be to us.
give me that. Say, Auntie Tina, let me hear you on this.
Sere nkrampo. Na
Hmm.
woka se nka haya nka ya gene lances nipa no nkita lances obe ye be daje. Lances no
Ah,
ni bi. Oni lances no bi.
I say, when
Enti
I came.
onti bibia se on say NDC for omo pet ne ye who you know.
Hmm.
Na a man so the way you open your leg. That's why
Hmm.
they give you a position and that they are petting.
Hmm. Oh, Auntie Tina, when you too. Yeah.
Obi na obi frame me.
Oh, okay.
Enti we no
How many of such people right now, John Mahama administration, we are not aware of? How many people so far, John Mahama, His Excellency, has given appointment to a certificate or mukrase where your certificate, those certificates are not valid, they are not true. Ube Kaya, in the first coming of John Mahama, one very prominent MP, Legon had to recall his certificate. Esan say, ni project work or ye kranu, na ye plagiarize. So the NDC, they are fond of not checking well on people's backgrounds and giving them job. So you remember, just during the past vetting, ministers Bebreba Apenyo Makin had to question even the timeline of their schooling. Obi Bae, or a minister of Mim Kobonidia, or the Mikoko minister, but she came there, she claimed to have a PhD. Now, only CV anymore. The time she claimed she was doing her PhD, that's the time she on your masters here. And you don't even know at what point she did the masters, at what point she did her PhD. All these people are now ministers in John Mahama's cabinet. Executive masters UK and every man now move to UK ever back and all those things you cannot trace because Sam George Obi Sam George Obi Sam always now she parliament did that bend and now to masters now you and I were not there. But all these people are given special privileges and appointments under John Dramani Mahama's government. Now these are things that NIB is supposed to be interested in, because before you are given an appointment to work for the state as a minister, as a board member of any state agency, NIB and the intelligence organizations that are there, they must have done a thorough background check on you. Not just what is being shown on your CV. They must do their own independent checks on you to know, say, who see a doctor, you qualify as a doctor. Who see a lawyer, you are indeed a lawyer, and all those things. Now there is a law in Ghana, authority impersonation, and this issue, it should not end at just the level, say, oh, your mama has revoked the appointment. When this lady was allowed to attend NDC conventions, to speak to women about their health and all those things, not knowing or need any background whatsoever in family medicine or whatever she was saying. So impersonation in Ghana a criminal offense. Okay, so let me read to you the act about impersonation, then we listen to your commentaries. In Ghana, impersonation is a criminal offense. It is illegal to falsely represent oneself as another person, particularly for the purpose of obtaining benefits or engaging in fraudulent activities. That's our impersonation law, Ghana. The specific legal provisions, our Act 1960 at 29. So these were one of the very, very, very first laws that were even established as in the early days of our republic. It tells you how dire, how important, and how criminal sa act no say unye doctor wakofa doctor title na beka udin. Now we cry no yes say sorry to say, but I am a church guy, and it's not like the things we are seeing now that most pastors, they are adding doctor to their own names and all those things. So that one cry, they don't kill anybody directly. But to say you are a doctor, God knows Because even I saw on Facebook someone said that lady, she actually attended to one of the family members in one hospital in Ghana. Meanwhile, Ghana Medical Council said she does not have any license to even practice in Ghana. In fact, medical school need and see order. Okay, so God knows the number of people who might have died. Now, this lady and then today I took my time to go on YouTube and go and actually watch some of her videos, and I was like, this lady was talking about analgesics. So that is about pain medications and all those things. And she mentioned chloroquine. Or see chloroquine, a pain medication. Or be also a doctor. Chloroquine, a pain medication. So this was what she was teaching people on GH1. Chloroquine, a pain medication. Or say ibuprofen and paracetamol. She doesn't even know says paracetamol. No. Ideally, ibuprofen and paracetamol are talking about the same thing. Me, I'm a pharmacologist. My mom is a pharmacologist. And they ban medications. In the field, no. I was shocked. I was shocked. And John Mahama gives appointment to such a person. All this was such a person was around the John Mahama family, the NDC fraternity. Nobody was able to fish her out that she was an imposter. GH1 does no background check, gives her slot, essence or 20 or KF. Whether their curves are artificial or they are natural, you and I were not there. And that is one big problem in our society. I say, Ghana Hano, the moment you have us and those things now, you have a license to make it in life. So it is appearing now in Ghana. Why did we get here? How did we get here? So as a matter of urgency, Parliament must call all the people who are part of John Mahama's administration. They must investigate on credentials, on CVs, because most of them who came for the vetting, they had issues with their CVs, but they were asked to go and correct and come back, and that was the end. We didn't hear about anything again. They were in the end approved. So some minister Namumu, minister of gender, also a PhD. We cannot confirm if she has a PhD or not, and many others. How did we get here? How did we sell our colored television to buy a black and white television? Now we are home. Even the black and white television is not coming on. Yaboka. So this is what we are talking about. How did such a thing evade our intelligence services, and how did John Mahama, His Excellency administration stoop so low to not to even do proper diligence about the people who have been appointed? Obiabeji 4 minutes and Erika Safauna, move it to the next step. Captain, we are free.
You're free,
Okay, 4 minutes, Captain.
I have no very program now. My apple. Now, secret to go. Now, winning. We have a very soccer that year. Me blaming no.
I didn't
say. Me blaming you from baby to say. Say, Ubi, I will get in Sanoa. Okay, that years who wash your high. So, winning that again, why a criminal. Although, okay, that you are, yeah, because they say, you to tell you you mean your voice, young cock.
Yeah.
Especially. If you will be a one or walking into place, they will see a book. Anybody pass the ACIA. Now, what did you want to solve? Or be go. Oh, she say, and to quiet where Africa Kai. That's what I saw. The blend and anything. Oh, be obeying the music critic, can't say. Now, who do who go fra say, Jamauko Yinama, who go Delilah. Where's the way there's something where there? When you match my uncle.
Mahama onim sa abaya no ne certificate. Nti for all fa obi adwuma ma won hwehwe ne certificate.
Yeah, sure, pa.
No an say obaya because we bie na ha mama no. Wodi ne nsa fa ne tiri ho. Enti Or the na kwatu baby say, or me kunipa because say me de ya ma baso ne de me ye kasa preko. No one me kasa obi antimi nka bi. That's Mahama Party, NDC people. Because when they talk, nobody can going to talk. You can't reply them because Kevin Taylor says, "Oh, big back, wow, back as an yenchuntum." No, correct. Yeah, checking Crawford to me, and you want a bit me akasa. And this about we no, Nanka, on money a duro, on mak a year duro na or no, what yes, when ya a na near who say a president no, on man and question. No question the family. Only the family doctor.
Sorry, banker, vice president. Oh, yeah, and win like I saw question.
You are not guess or no. Can you say a vice president to cry my way what so Nanka Yahuni vice president so na see drew. And was then Kwana NDC for Ghana or Modi. Because you've been to me come wasem or Mato Ghana. Yeah, I want to Ghana free MPP for a binuma or more numa telehonti. How Master Obert to me, I say, or the saying, a chloroquine, a painkiller. How dare you? How dare you? Even though no crown and Nura Nipa or no, say Obi ya dear word, Nuron to me and Saya dear no. Nuron Saya dear, no bread ya dear no say, but so, ya dear that's so. We're not up. Mamenya ne omunyina di wai nyankopon ma omunyina di ne yemfa no kotum na Mahama ne next 8 years no aba be yi na free me da ase bebre nya me shira.
All right.
Yes.
Dr. Topom. Yes.
Thank you very much. Asam na esi na ya asifim pa. No wonder almost party leaders na ankasa no ebi kura koso plagiarism. He was let go. Abrocha na also plagiarism. Haruna Anka or them academic fraud a very serious offense offense and Ghana before I ever appoint Obi to a board, you ask for a CV and then you interview the person. Through the interview, no one who said the pakrono and your mana or say or one. I am passe wakoma wafem wafesa entity anymore. Enti medicine say no, and can you beat me busano a debe courses now we are fe uda can favorite a fence a subject cry a time in your life cry when you treated a patient, a difficult time in your life when a patient was in a what did you do? This would have even brought out whether this person even knows what she is about. And this is a person being promoted onto a board to make decision for the 36 million Ghanaians. Oh my goodness. Ghana for Bonibani, ayas abanwe. Bonibe pani, ayas abanwe. Acquires a far to Beju Golf. Far took Beju Golf. Ain't it a we fe. Now we are Bamilogia. We are Bamilogia. Like I said, you can get appointment. Eh? We are now we are Bamilogia. Over to me an appointment. Now, what it takes to undergo a doctorate degree, a first entity before they don't know. Look, as of any some quack people walking about are holding this title of doctor and nurse, and people are allowing that to go scot-free. People no longer respect academia in Ghana. Who's Omu Manwa who appeared in today? Who be crowd to me a friend say compare PhD to toilet cleaning.
Yeah.
Now Barbara Chehano. Yenyankrata and San Yekoye a first doctrine. Tankratana Yenyano. It wasn't enough for us before we embark on the and I was prepared to even pay huge sums of money to undergo first a doctorate degree. I missed a first working full time. Now I am a ferry, Opio Kita PA, the band of ferry, so Baby General was a side you may win a mayor. who you're proud enough to be cleaning toilet in Abrochire, and he says, no, and no cry, no, would they compare PhD? Yeah, in society, no, they look down on education. No wonder they did not even believe in free education. They no longer believe in free education. This is the kind of society say about we all build so much offense, hatred towards people with offense credentials. So much hatred with people who have offense achieved a higher laurels. But no wonder there are so many offense people with good education in NDC, but they have shut up. They have shut up because of where their bread is being buttered. Huh? Most of the people in the fence in ministerial positions, minimum say one-on-one. Some of them are my friends. I remember because I say, in the classroom, I know him personally. He knows me personally. But I did not say when you get to that party way, it looks like you shut a friend say that a reasoning part of your mind. How did this person get recommendation? Because I believe, sir, the first point of it is for her to be recommended.
Yeah.
The person who recommended, what first say recommendation or send the call appointment first a body.
Well,
what kind of first a process this person go through?
You were told somebody was blackmailing a big man in the presidency.
Into a biology.
Yes.
Into a biology, no nothing. Let's compensate you with this.
Yeah.
Into that post is a compensatory post.
Yeah.
If it's a compensatory post, I catch say a compensatory post because yes, also you my what kind of a nation are we building? I might say people look down. In fact, most of the time, with the way they look down on education, and like I said, your country now, because we don't even have a future. It is as if say your country, we no longer need education even to develop because some leaders rose up and talk and look down on education. Who are PhD and say PhD in the or no because digitalization and the say who name digitalization afraid what they call jiska or the digitalization called jisika say one that about me says I will go for a fence. The Ghana card is better than 10 fence 1,000 huh? And then when we say digitalization, through digitalization, you can get economic well-being. Now we can say we get economics and all kind digitalization. I feel what we say digitalization can bring in income. Ghana for no man or the digitalization compare kenke and fish. Kenke and fish. What's digitalization ye bedi? I feel ye who say digitalization utuminya 1 city free at the bois and mine. I feel ye who the say the basis of sa a drink kasia ekuta Dr. Baumia. Ghana for muma educate ya na NDC for omo dada eba ne sign ana obia oni sa credentials oni sa educational attainment yetumi friends appointing to this highest afo bekunkum ye
Thank you so much. Now you see, nature has a way of putting us to test. The last State of the Nation address of President Akufo-Addo, that's when his aid collapsed. Now, the way the aid was dragged from the back, the man could have died if not Napo who intervened quickly and said that no, put him in a recumbent position.
Yes.
So in life, anything can happen anytime that would demand an expertise there. So imagine you have a fake daughter around you and something like this happen, and she has no idea. You will die and will bury you.
And the property now, and that would have been the end of that person.
But Ghana pa serious. So how did that lady get her way into this field that only a
biology?
Say by Muloji or something. Okay, Dashiell, let me hear you on this.
A voice. Uncall for government just say.
Dashiell, we are not supposed to go to school anymore. I expect the beautiful ladies like you don't go to school again.
You see,
You have the hope and John Mahama.
And it's funny because this government, these are people that when they were in opposition, they as little as candy wrapper crown, they will demonize and politicize it. And
Do you
then
know I was watching one of her videos today? She was talking down on the national health insurance.
Monshasem, oh no.
Yes.
Voice, these people know who call by seven. Yeah, now I'm call for an NTS. Imagine, say, this had happened under an NPP government. Hey, voice, I can't mean it's not come home.
I swear to God.
But then you see, these are people almost person almost saying Ghana first, and then. But then your government is in power and you can't hold your government accountable. I mean, this Killnet government, no crowd, no, just say, how did they get here? Just say, I saw mine Ghana, no. Hey, into voice, into lady, no, Ogusu to one, I saw my coachina, no, my anything because I mean,
she's working free.
Oma revoking appointments, and so that should be enough. That should not be enough.
No.
Say, what's it? Adenta kumi ako petition. Say, this committee am for me to remove the siege. There's some conflict of interest. Why is this lady walking about freely? And I was saying, says the NDC government telling us that the law is only applying to certain people, and then NDC for the law should not go against them or should not be what used against them.
Is that
what this government is telling us?
They are telling us the KV are exempted.
So, look at that.
Yes, hip size 42 and above, they are exempted.
They're exempted. I mean, how can you, as a government, we have to push this thing. Me on X and then my bomb chisa and NDC for no so I'll be attacking me. So if I'm a cry, my bomb china me dead do has seen. As a serious nation, and the funny thing is, so are they telling us as a government, say, you kind of saying they don't do due diligence? This is one person about, and now waiting me scam a whole government, a nation's government, and it's nothing but certification, qualification. And the funny thing is, I was reading the whole story today on X, and I realized that she had even used one of the prominent black, your friend is saying, universities in the US, John Hopkins, when it comes to medicine.
Yeah.
So they could have easily, done their due diligence and verified. But this government, of course, they came for NDC. Of course, they came for their friends and families. They don't even have time to do the due diligence. They would rather send Yoko and BNI to go and harass people in their homes, and the national security to go and harass people in their homes. What kind of governance is this? Why is it that Obi Anka UK and I say in fact Anka Ghana under John Dramani Mahama a serious nation, and this lady should not be walking about freely?
No.
She shouldn't. Because this is a scam. This is a sting. This is a sting now. Why staining a whole government? And then you think that you come and revoke her appointment and that should be enough? That should be enough? No, it should not. But then again, of course, we have some hypocrites in that land like Belamundi, Lydia Forsen, and all those people that they call themselves journalists now. This thing, and I mean, we're not the same way. Listen, NDC, and I'm telling you guys, at the right time, we will bring it up again. And now, it won't go scot-free if your government decides to keep quiet about this.
Yeah.
At the right time, the goodwill of the people, the goodwill of the people. Even Jay Kufuor, they dollar neighbor 1-1 against the city, Krano, your mafia, not John Dramani Mahama. They should wait till the American say, you see, NDC for Stop being hypocritical. If you were able to hold Nana Dankwa or Mia government accountable, your government should not be an exception to that.
All right. Mrs. Japon say, then they should release the fake doctor they arrested at Okonfo-Anoche Teaching Hospital. I think I agree with you on that one, because if now people can go a whole 2 years on our televisions and claim they are doctors, nobody sees anything wrong with it because they have hip size 42 and above, they are curvy, whether it's natural or artificial, you and I were not there. Then people who were also at the hospitals who were pretend to be doctors should be released. They should not be arrested and incarcerated. Dossie, how are you doing? Good evening. That shell is laughing. Dossie, oh. Okay. Mame Abrono man, Patriot is saying.
So I don't know. No, I be my papa. That's what I say. What I say.
This one don't know who you are.
That's a was from Pam Chum, my baby. I draw baby. I will be.
If I tell who are his size 42 there.
Me there no in China so. I'm so when another do an energy home. When there and shut down Shem Kunanesa. Into a beer and any that will be amped a watch away. Yeah, the other night, me day yesterday, I will pay be until no marry. Mamma do an energy way no. Yes, and until so since I had a woman to where you say I'm censored and queer, sir. That's it. I was say, Ghana, Nedro baby. A Bible account say, send a pabonini do or mine so or mine see a penny. Ebi na ye who say, well, a year my Ghana mono. A what there under NDC regime there, everything possible. Dear here no wakoko drone would you dear Kakarabi. Who bet me a yard in and I'm NDC for a musha wouldn't it. Pass America ha. Could say America. Oh, now me say so about which I'm a family one. Yen and I have about near the one bedroom. See, I can't want ya because uniform women when I hold. Sa adwuma we ya wo ye no bi ne no de abaga na ho abenya post we dia me so no abi na me ye ntini ye encha me so mbehu manim go me ba ne ye nyina bepe bia ye we wo be de kura be gu so oba akọ be ye adwuma se doctor se nurse no ye nim ni padodo afa ne nsa no wuo wo mo nuru te ko se chloroquine me nim se ye painkiller.
Oh, say chloroquine a painkiller. Can you imagine?
What me as a sudden into the vice winning? Me say kora wana me some na me no ye. A drobia one side effect into me take na kora me to head e me man no. Ebia de anye by no me remember me bush and me and I'm to and ya de abera. Into me ha me take kora winning. A drobia where you na so wo hospital pa na bia Doctor Beat me and nurse anya kokodua kwama wadro na wanom na bibia ba ho ene sanka wo ye yomu ansa wanwu a wonya wade me kai sa me kwaye surgery me kwa mo bisa sa wo arrange na sa den ene ayi bia am ka cha mo sa me num adro bia contain cafe na mentimi na intimi me ho sa no me arrange na no Oba hu say apart from me na omode wo me ma me da omoye me surgery no painkiller no ya ama me bio because the me nim say painkiller be am say cafe wo mti me no ma reactions na mwa me enti na sa me kwaka we na wo pa ho asem de aduro no ma me na me nom na bibisi a utu sisa doctor na oba fa ho ade what me aba bet na ga na why you nim say de wonyina me wa fe watokoko so aba be dia wudi ante say for was self interest in it. Now why ya kan. Say nyo katachie pa na hu ya onim edru ba bi na wo ya bibia nyame ye de wose won pod de boye ne wo je na dwen sachara enti ne kuru afa na ne kuru aya ma ebosu na wo de we no kura katachie adom ya ma ho ada ho no edi ne besise kuru ma wo kwa ya adwuma we kura ya no bra ya ba ma ya ba your background check you.
Yeah.
ansana ye bema wadwuma ya
Yeah.
sabe ye wo bi o mo hwe mere wa hwe nkokora hwe nkora ne ade me de empanyemfo bi sa na me hwe mo adwuma mu na me wa me no kasai enye se ofiti prekopa se wa ko training na wi enti ne ye de adwuma na ehye won sa da bi wo be ko ayi kwa ye background check ye be bo won sa no a check o background o hunu se wo ye ayi a wo qualify so be ye se adwuma na Ghana de sa Kevin Teller wa na ho sa de ya ponchira ne de bo ato no so atemi abie na no atena ama o da ama wo Mahama watemi afọ ba we adwuma wa abra wonim ne baabi no wonder de say blackmail sam na bi o mo ye no panyimo bi de ne ho akote ama ya to
But want to make us Mahama or Nim no baby. Mahama has eyes for curvy things. Okay.
And na make an say wanya background check yo ade na say na ono nkrofo no bi de ne ho akote yakobo ne taskwa ena ba say ho ba beda ho no na say na de be ka na no atom ene abraba a wade gina hwe na nnura ayi okatachi ayi na metika me hwe pa na say Ghana we have a long way to go. Na de betimi aye Ghana kwa ne de ya anya de be ko ba bia o sa university na wa America ha wo se wo ko ye no ehwo mom na sa bibi wo hwa na mo bi wo hwa ebi mu betimi atu ama oba we hu akere na ha mom e na so mo ye no mo ye start investigation go koro mu school ni din school ni din kora wo de aye na wo se school ni timi ma no ho kere no
yeah
e dey some phone e kwaso wo Ghana hwe da bia ya na me ka o minim se school hu nya because me menya ebusuya bi afiri mu ntimi wie school no high school kura menya sika anko bi ana me de na mu anya me de mabepia nti the voice nya miam no kwa me nkola na yekuta me no se ba o ma de suya me ni wo mo ho agro because obi nim unim se school hu wanfaso ba wutu kwan a na wu hunu me de me nko country bia so America ha na me wo nti ga de me anie hu amaso mate na me de be adanse bro so obi tutu na this ya ho yi pa na Mahama tena wa wo gina domanim kasa na nsa benkum ne ne fan no wo toto sa de wo kire wo ma obi direction ene won sense ma papa ba o me aka ye ne nyina wo soliti aka abone fa ho won sa no ba ye sa achievement mu na wo na mo a wo de bu wa man yo
yeah
ha wo de edi wudwuma na senya metu ya ne paka sa papa we de woni ne NDC fo na wo moto kwa de na ekonyina wo mse ya nya na wo ba ya enu no wo kura mu de ya adwuma nyame fo bia akatu ya ma na baako ade ana anya wunti wosinye ena de oba ya de wo hu se eye wayi wonum wanwatu se de ye tutu no munwi nsamfu kwa na wudi emere no wo ma mu ne ese wo beti ne ba de kura ade be chane ya be kukura ne ya de na kosiga ade ya chinye tu sere ne ye tu wabasa Mahama.
Okay, yo, me, Abaroma, no, it's still possible. Finally, on this one, you can necessary strike no so. Time na sorry, it's still possible. Long time no see.
Hey, it's been a while. Said time no the voice.
Okay.
The voice.
Yes.
Me who.
But oh, hips 42 there, hips 42 and above there. But you,
me wo goose pa, but maybe they're natural. Maybe they're natural. At time. Your doctor no yet repairs in the man of Gawan ye. Maybe they're natural. The voice, Mirawo. Share
I don't.
A whole presidency. Oh, my appointment. Not even due diligence, the basic ones you couldn't do. An appointment, Mahama, we jam and microphone on much change, the much checkele well, and I say, you can't say, cut ye.
Yeah, sir.
Sana mi uno.
Yeah.
Tansu so kodi we are because unim the voice, mini will let be din komo. Na asema esi na mama jile di ne not before so kana me obwa. Oni Mahama wini okochia no. Oso muti wo bonko mama buzan ze open ambassador ana.
Hey.
Yes. Me best me bole di ni wa.
Oh, Debbie.
Oso Mahama buzan ze open ambassador ana. And also Debbie pet. Clearly goes to show say Mahama wo ye Jimmy fu ankasa je say o mani ade na manu no
And yet, bibi papa biana on serious. Minimum crofo muni Mahama personally, they say it's a John. Ghana for muni John Makoto Obama John. Ghana for like they laugh. They laugh. Oh, who Ghana forces to be a Jimmy for? Uko UK, I'm the voice. Government jobs, cramponas, appointment, basa. No more clearance, different stages for her. And started from lower rank, you find DBS, uko disclosure and bearing service. And care worker, some ye care worker, nisa weni bino, and na no. But no, as a minimum range of vetting. It's me ye be my government workers are close to sensitive information. You will be your friend the BPSS, your friend the baseline personnel security standard. BPSS is higher than DBS. DBS is lower. It's now will cost depending on role now will occupy no. Any the kind of information you'll be privy to, and in the kind of clearance I'll be here. What free BPSS and what CTC? Your friend the counter-terrorism clearance. Counter-terrorism clearance. Yeah. Counter-terrorism clearance, no. And also, information be about cyber security for planet IMO. And now, if CTC now about SC, your friend is security check. Me was security check. Depending on the information the company we hear what I say, a company now you mono. And no clearance near demand. Any information that you are privy to. Any what NPVV. Your friend non-police personnel vetting. And only higher than SC. The may kind of categories are more. Depending on information. If you want to know about DV, your friend develop vetting. And now develop vetting, depending on information, your friend be strap. Strap, no, a asset for classification. For example, a secret, you're gonna say spy, a jumano, be a shipping depending on sensitive way. No, you have to get a different clearance. But I don't know. And you know, my cinema boy, and you a separate way. Done, Chenya. You need to get that qualification. You need to attach it. Senebeya, you have information. To call to say cabinet office. This uncle for no more. Me one of phone kuta strap maybe. So a big kuta SC with strap, DV with strap, NPPV with strap. Ghana, we say munye serious. I am telling you. To the extent say clearance there's nowhere who criminal record and I say BB1 ebe me sit that I just say be a DBS no mo call back for 5 years on your records. Other than that no ebano CTC SC eba besi DV ne so no ye veti unana ye veti umame no papa ye veti ukunu ye veti uma be a more than 18 years ye veti yomo u change your address you need to declare u to kwanko sanctioned countries Afghanistan, Cuba, like Iran, those countries now when you come back even when you are going you need to ask permission. When you come back you need to write to the cabinet office, declare it with your company will declare with the cabinet office and then they will screen you again. Who change your address and you need to report. These are the sort of clearance anyway. Yeah, vetting say so board so at least some mami way kotimi ko ebi back. Meaning say Ghana omunisa categories way, but the government should introduce basic clearance vetting process.
It's still possible according to year laws no. Before you are appointed no, BNI, intelligence agency no, is supposed to do that work and submit a report.
That information.
Exactly, but guess what? They are instead hunting after MPP appointees. So you get it.
Ghana mumpan dear. Every day. Che, side nom da kuma BNI no cry. It's look. Once waiting me afem through, waiting me afem. There should be a separate body office, a better vetting way.
So, and they will go back in your history, 20 years history, 20 years, depending on the categories, you know, it's 20, 10, 5, 2, 1. They will go back and check all of these things, and they'll be able to find out. And you can handle omo clearance now. And you know some biara keko. Omo clearance now. They just want to know say who can correct. Number 2, yen obi fasika na down. So even though ubet me ex-convict, but you can still hold one of the top clearance, we can say security clearance, because who can declare. But when declare, now who can and some of these clearance, you know, from SC to the divinity strap, no, they don't need dual citizenship. Who need clone what is some pet so you can Ghana ni. One naturalizer, they will ask you to bring your naturalization certificate.
Okay.
Who go trust say unye dual citizenship because somebody did they will do checks on you and cause I say they go. Yeah, umami okoye adwuma ni bio. They will screen umami screen o partner. Obi o fie bia. You can't lie say me wale ye. You can't lie say bia me fie obi antim. They will know the number of people living in that house.
Okay.
Who can try you? They will ban you forever. And you ban say and I want me coach a whole NHIS, a whole health sector job. Now we got now so board member. We got now so. Na yetimi anya wo hwe. DBS kura basic check kura etufa ho ya nya ubi. Adai Mahama. Me kwati ya fedie. Omo person mu ye damage control. Me kwati ya she was not sworn in. Like serious ma bodam. As far as you are giving an appointment letter, what does that mean? Swearing in they say you can't say a process entity. Yeah, my appointment letter. When you jumano mo bodam. Yeah, man appointment letter.
Yeah, man, pa.
Mo be jina be kase ya nsuo ni yinti. Ejimifo NDC phone twamoa. Omo je hono mo defend. Mo jimi. Say Mahama is a listening president. Mahama senke NPP and can another timer and can also go post. I'm Jimmy. Just say, the voice kind of one. Wow.
Yo.
They tell Dr. Ewan Dr. Ewan. I just start a cap on it. Coco Jensen and the mangrove. I can't say speaker Krenya Coco Jensen.
Yes, I say banya butre.
Mahama no this Mahama no serious oh. Mahama no serious. Mahama otimika se Ghana for Jimmy okache ne namfufu. I'm telling you. Yes. Mahama se Ghana for Jimmy. I'm telling you the truth. Mini Mahama nam for bebre o. And when they speak, you be shocked. Or say Ghana for doing optics. And here so bad the ube brief your money so no said I so you're good in this and man no I so and no you can be president. Na country Jimmy for the name wa Sako Jones or Kojo bad boy Jimmy for ya or dressing with China about my picture not that one almost so many presidents. Wait, Bediaku na mo krampa ni certificate krampa only be so many president on education so far so.
Yo. Me that say it's still possible. There was one outstanding topic I ever discussed. I think but Auntie Selena just joined, so let me give her 4 minutes to speak about this. Now we'll combine some 2 topics together and discuss. Auntie Selena, yes.
Yeah, the voice.
Pacho, the appointment, why? Because who there will hips no every 4280. They get appointing.
Oh, right, we'll come you now. Now we had it. No, Ublan, oh, yeah.
Yes, I do. It's getting better.
You the Yamiase, the Yamiase, the voice with him. As some can say, this lady is a criminal.
Yeah.
Now, so what she okatechi, Adana Misho okatechi life, no. The way ya the real picture, no, that it was no. Now, ultimately, only baby film or didn't who shame no. So what she is our life now?
Yeah, me pa.
Let us say, how woman way she doesn't deserve to sit in her house eating right now. She have to be she have to be in jail right now.
Yeah.
The voice just a Ghana for minimum say nyame twe aso. And yema echo Ghana does not make, excuse me, like, does not make any sense. She just say the new Kufa do aban no. And just a switch to say, and they just any pafu be crying. I am say Ghana kwa say Yakopo bo nipa no yemi no. And I just say Enyasapona ko di MPP and Kofoni bi to kwa ko di NDC because if health system you can't play with somebody life
Me see, mommy, me see that thing that happened to Akufo-Addo's aide, final day of his presidency, and yen napo Iowa, because this man, that man will have been in the mortuary by now. So the opportunity will always come for you to be tested.
Say the drama will say you have to minister to a patient. You as a nurse, when I said no, you have to make sure you read all the instructions.
Yeah.
You have to know the side effects. What is going to when they will minister the medication to the patient? Or you know what you have to look for. Now imagine that this person, this lady, as a criminal lady like this, killer. What to make obi a wonya nurse, obi a wonya doctor, a medical field, no she. Now what to me ashe nyankopo ani di for life with the agro. Na senya endis nanya Ghana. And here papa na asemu we be see. Ghana we are in trouble. Me nan ka me ba Ghana kra, which is I want to come to Ghana June kwani me makwente no. But me then I'm not coming.
They say that Ghana has a horror movie. That's a horror movie.
Just the voice say every day something going on. Every day.
Yeah.
Since just me I hear me say me nim say bia ye hum life na ye no mo kasa no. And answer ma de na ye de sa because once na Akufo-Addo wo na TikTok any one no. I don't know say this is what was going on in Ghana.
Akufo-Addo won't do these things. People had PhD and co. They couldn't find space in Akufo-Addo's government. That's why I say for qualifications. You look at the kind of professors and co in Akufo-Addo's government. People of repute. NHIA board, health insurance board, now for Obabia,
we are in trouble. Na Mahama, he need to get himself straight because one shot God will strike him. And even though we in Ghana and you, wait a minute, me say another topic so me boy.
Yeah.
Today, my name is Dr. Ya. My name is Dr. Ya. My name is Dr. Ya. Everybody should call me Dr. Ya. Yeah. I'm Dr. Ya. Voice.
Yes.
Me someone from me Dr. Ya say. Say home health aid.
And am I out to me your voice sexy, sir?
Yes, that's me. That's me. That's Dr. Ya. If I use the doctor, that's how I speak.
Yeah, check out too much.
Yeah.
Now why you see? Why you see?
Yeah, Dr. Mufred is far away, you know why?
You see, if I come kitchen husband.
My friend is saying, my work in medical field 14 years. Until me menya doctor kitwa. What?
Yes.
I am a moye me rough no.
Doctor.
Sababa we ye ogina hoi. Eso ye doctor de na me de me ba mu ache mfie du na ani. Me fi se me ba ku.
Na be fan krofo. Na be han krofo.
Ene se se de me kwa de me be samo bento anyina aka.
Ma me menso manya 21 yo.
E be di di eti.
Me ba ya me ko.
Me ba krom ha voice aduma ma ya ni home health aid. Enti me home health aid no. Voice mehu niema ahoro
My show any experience you can who are hip size 42 and above, and so I can or part of requirement.
meme dia no class say yes menkai ya mekachiro voice eti voice hwe krom ha wo ho kwan se doctors atade utimi to bi hye atade bi utimi to bi hye but even police atade krom wo bi bibio mu wo bi a obetimi ato bi ahye e bia niema nketenkete bi na esesa ho na emmom musuo nkan so de ba akọ bibi ti say de girl ya yes wo ye doctor yi wa bra wonye doctor gay was serious trouble and kastanka problem odi ne ho atomu no mesi krom aye ka so katatie free fa epia chiri na yeso ni ana no akata so videos we yi we introduce ne ho say I'm doctor hwan no okasa krom ade o mo fa ndi agoro eni efe ne sen
Health.
Nipa health. Hweye home FAD mpo. Ukọ efie bia mu a. We need right say we here draw a bottle mu. Edema patients no. Enti se wukọ adwuma so a. Ida se family na hyehyɛ wo ye wo medication box. Ida se ye be hyehyɛ wo mama ho. Ya throw days ni wo so. Ene se nipa no so no adura awia anwumere anadwo a. Ye hyehyɛ ni nyina wo box mu dia ne se ubebie so onipa nanim no ahwia ma no no akra de ahye nanim
ma ya mentwa no se obeye map agi certificate ansa na krom afa timi am obi pala
de bia ha hwe ma menhwe wade krom ha home health aid uba ye no makwa se yetimi hwe nananom ne nasefo nti ne ye ba yetimi twifam ubeko school say either 6 weeks and I say 2 weeks certificate no home health aid certificate ansa na wanya na voice wo wie ne de mawa wo kwa agency akọ pedman
ono ye me fa say asset yeah HH na I see ne 40 days
okay na obi ka kere won hwe enti wo wie a voice wo ko fill application na me ka chom say application no kura no ani na ya online adwuma uko office ni bi wakwa na ya computer so asiwanim say sa na ansa na voice wo wi ya orientation me say voice me say me ko me ba first me ko ya adwuma wa agency bi o orientation ni nyina wo paper so me say take you 4 hours eni ye di wi paper keke na ya feli no ana ya nkasa ka say we abrewan so to akọ paper so ho ni ehu adesua ne nasefo ana voice wo ho no mu a ebi wo ho no mu a me kasa no obi wo ho ye adwuma we hu toilet de nya adwuma ni nyina na wunya efe ne se nipa no aye week se wo boa no ma na ye bibi nya adwuma ni nyina obi wo ho start adwuma we hu bi da oti ase ya na no kra no mo she pull up ene ade ntinya ade a wo do wo nsa bi kwotete na tambia so na se wo she gloves ne ana voice wo wi a wo ye orientation nyina na wi a wo adwuma ne so wo ni agency kra ye adwuma every 3 months na say quarter of the year bian ye the in service brem in service
training
yes enti kroma no nipa health enti se Ghana no a obitimi so na talent wo obi a menti nipa mansi o wuti kroma wonu sa na ema we nyina ye se o Pennsylvania nso obem nso wonu sa na ema we nyina ti kroma na wotimi ye saade we saade ye go mu ni ko mu yi a waye ne ho ayi kromo a wo ba nurses no ebi da omko bente se Ghana doctor fo nkwa ne da omko mu no kromo a the nurses da omko mu no entu ko hu nurse ni bi a hwe madam fo bi a mene ne kwa asore na o se ge bi wo Ghana na madam fo no o se
America we nurses for the use no more doctors kromo
ana America na o ti ase o se wo Ghana na madam fo ni nya ya o se a wo ye nurse ni I said here oba wo ye nurse ni na we na oba krom ha ana okọ facility bi okọ ya na danfo yi no ye home health aid no say na o so ye adwuma yi bi na bi a wo so ye nurse ni sa wo so ye adwuma wo say na nka men kan kire wo say me ye home health aid na nka o te ga na say oba wa be hu de etuam nti dwuma e bi no mu dia no nipa ni bebre obi ho say me ye nurse oba brocha me ye nurse obo won te da Home Health Aid ya tade a yes uniform say ya na yehye ya ne nurses ni na shebum difference bi enu open as of so better doctor say ubetimi ato agu so but one kasa was empa one fan kodi bone de a enye problem but gay dia wa ne de wati amara papa na say ya de a wahwe nkrofo bi amaduru amamo ya obi a onim so ne gay
why yes she to
one no enya contact bia na oye nipa kono san korra ne general check up because e bia yare bi ne hu am wanya
my obi o take a grow
the one question was and you o do na one report report say ha no o ma do I saw report o ye net ni any letter you do you have to pay on the paper nti ono wa nye bi onye
enti se sa na waye dia obi a woni gay yi aye yi bi enya encounter bi onko general check up nkohwe e bia wa ma obi bi na onwa say nipa bi wa omo ya allergic to some drugs so na so ofama wo na sa we yi ahwe makers and baba ko oko hospital me yamani do Ghana enya dana kam se nipa tekrema wasa ye hu ya se ni tekrema yi ba e dia asemuni enti ababa we de wadi awu sisi wo me nipa kora awu ni enya hu ye kata Jeffrey for wa ya de papa sasa asem we de wodi pie ye na mama de he bra Mr. Kukofunu wa ba say ya no be fefa ye say Present Mama, I'm here. I'm doctor here. Can you give me appointment and put me somewhere? Can you do that for me? Mr. Mama, Mr. President. And they said, Mr. President, I'm going to come to Ghana. You have to put me somewhere. Come on, bro. Yo, that was right.
Thank you. So, yes, now, right now, it reminds me of a certain story. Yeah, called level Henry, there were universities, no. There was this girl among SR. She was always flexing. Oh, the boyfriend, your doctor, But yes, that is the journey we are on. And boyfriend, your doctor, we are all going to get there eventually. Or see you, boyfriend, doctor, your class, and the area, small boys, man, to cry. Okay, no problem. Just for me to go and meet this lady's the boyfriend's friend in Accra one day, and I say, are you in UHAS? We say, yes, I'm in UHAS. I say, okay. So do you know this lady? I say, yeah, I know her. Okay, no, I say, okay, I'm the friend of the boyfriend. I say, oh, really? And so a boyfriend, no, or a surgeon, and I said then because send a girl no under money or class in this because the boyfriend here, doctor there. I mean, I was say, oh. The boyfriend no or a doctor, but or a veterinary doctor. I say, wait, I'm not saying say we are vet there, a bad, but like the way this lady was.
Anabisu.
Say the way this lady was hyping the boyfriend, like he said, surgeon be or a cardiothoracic surgeon.